What can I do with my invention ideas? I have many ideas and they keep coming. I don't know what to do with my inventions. How to manifest them in the physical world. Or how to market them to investors, consumers. Please advise. This set of responses seems mostly unhelpful, but it does seem pretty clear that an idea person needs to become more execution-oriented. I will say that when I review my list of ideas, not all of which are patentable, many of them were the result of a sort of conception, afterglow, and don't look that great in the light of a new day. Some survive that examination. For those, just because I know I'll burn out if it's just me, I've come to the conclusion that I need a co-founder to help make it go. So that means engaging someone else that you find trustworthy and convincing them of the merit of your idea. If you can't convince them, you may have to reflect on why not. If you can, the two of you, or more, should try to come up with a way to test viability of your product or service as rapidly as possible. I.e., build an MVP unless you can test without it. In which case test without it. In almost all cases you need to move from ideation to test in the market to calibrate to what's real about the market space for that problem. And if you need help choosing which of your ideas to focus on, one way to choose is to build a spreadsheet with criteria and rate each one. I have a spreadsheet that has criteria like, do I know people with the expertise to build this? Will working on this be fun for me? Does this require no network of other users to be beneficial or produce revenue? Can I sell this company for an acceptable amount given the work it will entail? I've found that some ideas are way more attractive once you compare them using numbers that represent your own weights for importance.
To piggyback onto this, I think also getting a 3D printer and learning how to do 3D modeling of some sort of software like that really can help quite a few of these inventions actually come to life. They may not be fully functioning, but they can be good for concept and getting your hands so you can look at them and say, yeah, this works, or nah. Ideas are a dime a dozen. I'd bet the farm that every single one you've come up with has already been thought of. Products aren't worth much either. Even if you take one of your ideas and turn it into a product that can be sold, that doesn't mean much. Businesses, brands can be worth something. It takes a lot more than just making something to make it valuable. This is where you want to get to. How do you do this? Well, you've got the idea part down. So, let's look beyond that at the building a product part. You want to take your idea and turn it into a product. And there's a lot of shit to do to get there. There's a number of things that you can do to start heading that direction. I'll break down just one step here for you. I think the first thing you should do when wanting to move forward with any idea is market research. What's market research, you might ask? It's quite a broad term that can encompass many things. It boils down to determining if there's actually a market for your product. Ask yourself who would buy your product. Like actually buy it. If you're building a better toaster, you're not targeting everyone who wants to buy a toaster. You're targeting everyone who would see more value in a better toaster that does X, Y, and Z. Now, bounce the idea of your friends and family. See how they react. They aren't going to steal your idea. You may think you thought of the greatest thing since sliced bread, but it may fall flat on its face when running it by other people. Whatever you do, just do something. Take a step forward. Take action. Don't just make a motion. This is a realistic answer. I've had 2,000 plus people pitch their ideas to me over the years. Everyone has product or business ideas every day. 1. Prepare documentation outlining why your invention is unique, better than others. 2. Prepare documentation outlining how much money, based on deep market and customer research, your invention will bring. No guessing. Actual projections. 3. Create a prototype. Minimum viable product. 4. Google angel investors. What is deep market research?